Good morning, everyone. The members of the head table, the chief guest of this important event, Mr. Jeremy Bird, and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Peradeniya, Professor Senaratne, and the Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture, Peradeniya, Professor Samrasinghe, our Congress Coordinator, Mr. Sivanand Goel, and the FASA President, Kasun Delagama, and all invited guests, foreign delegates who came for their presentations and also as invited speakers, other officials of the University of Peradeniya, our past directors of the PGIA, students, and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure once again to welcome all of you as the director of the PGIA to this important event. And I'm not going to tell anything about the event already. The coordinator of the 24th event very clearly explained how we plan and complete all these activities in all our past events and also for this event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think the Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture very clearly indicated the contribution made by the faculty. Yes, that is very correct. And also at the same time, it is my duty to tell you about the activities and also other challenges that we have in our Postgraduate Institute of Agriculture. Especially to our foreign delegates, let me very briefly tell what is the status of our Postgraduate Institute at present. I think already mentioned, this was initiated in 1975 and a long way. During this time actually, we have done so much of work, and I am very proudly would like to mention that among those 7 postgraduate institutes in the country, this is the oldest and this is the most reputed institute. For very many reasons, I don't want to go into very all details. Ladies and gentlemen, at present, Postgraduate Institute of Agriculture here at Peradeniya offer MSc programs, MBA program, and also very many research degrees, starting with MPhil, then the GPA and the PhD, all these things are there. At present, for the last history actually, we have produced over 300 postgraduate research graduates and also over 1,000 MSc graduates. Here at the PGIA, our annual intake is around 500. 500 students are coming into various disciplines. The disciplines are coming under 11 boards of study. 11 boards of study, which represent all areas in agriculture. So that is the very important matter that I just want to mention. And in these cases, not only that, I have done a little bit of calculation in the activities what we do. In a given year, in 2 semesters, we offer around 640 courses among 11 boards. And also there are 29 MSc programs and various other research programs are there. So you can see the strength, and very clearly our Dean very clearly indicated the major component contribution is coming from the resource base at the Faculty of Agriculture. Most of them are from the faculty because we have a very strong faculty in the system. So not only among agriculture but also in all 82 faculties in the entire system, I feel this is the strongest faculty. Due to that reason, this is the strongest postgraduate institute of the country. So this is our just a very brief information about our our postgraduate institute, and at the same time I would like to share some challenges that we have here at the PGIA. There are two major challenges. The challenge number one is the quantity. Quantity in terms of student admissions. Now this is, actually it was not a major problem in the past because the funds and various other facilities were provided by the Treasury and the University Grants Commission. For some reason now they have taken a decision to cut down our contribution given by the government, and they are requesting us to generate our own funds and run our programs. Therefore, in the recent past, this is a bit of a concern to the PGIA, to all the academic programs. So that now we have to do certain changes in our process, what we are planning in future. The process in the sense, here the location is little disadvantageous to us, here in Kandy, because we don't have that many students to attract here in this location. Therefore, that we thought to outsource our PGI activities nationally and also internationally. One important measure that we are planning to do it in nationally, to have branch institutes in some locations where we can attract our students. Because we have a well-set program and also good research, the teachers are also resource-based, but we don't have that many students to run our programs and to generate funds that we are expecting to give all these things. So the nationally, I have already discussed this matter with the Board of Management to have some branches, maybe in Colombo, maybe in Jaffna, because those areas actually what they say is that they don't have good programs. So we have to compete at the same time. There are faculties in agriculture, and they also now started offering courses. Not only that, some similar programs are being conducted at postgraduate institutes even here in Sri Lanka. That is nationally, and international, our main concern is to outsource our programs international also. I think I am very glad one of our board of study took the initiative to outsource our programs in Ghana. So already the MOU and the agreement has been all finalized, and our degrees will be offered in other countries. Our members will go and look at everything, and all the administrative aspects will be conducted in Sri Lanka. But the students and all other facilities and everything will be in those countries. So it's a sharing our knowledge from Sri Lanka to other countries, and from that actually I hope definitely we can generate our funds. And my main concern is one day to have a fully independent, financially free institute in here. I don't know how long that will take, but that is the case. If not, now that what the UGC and the minister are not criticizing, we have so much of restriction in order to deliver our ideas to our students. So that is number one. And also what we do is we will do our maximum possible ways to increase our student numbers. The number two is the quality. Quantity, quality, that we have to compensate, we have to take a decision where we stand in these cases. In relation to quality, there are three important parameters. The first parameter is the inputs. We are very much concerned to maintain the quality of our inputs. I think, ladies and gentlemen, most of these people, they know what is happening at the PGIA, and in the inputs, we are actually taking a lot of measures to select the best students. Aptitude tests are there, interviews are there, and also some other, some sort of examinations are there to select best students. If they are not in the standard, there are some programs in various boards to uplift their standards by giving some prerequisite courses. So they know that they will put into the program. So the input is very well managed, and in that case that we are in a safe side. Then the number two parameter is the process. process is the one that we have to take so much of the measures to make sure that everything is performing well. For that purpose, now we are in the process of revising our curriculum in order to match into our country's need, because the vision of our PGIS is to be the center of excellence in postgraduate education, research and outreach in agriculture and related fields. So we have to cater to the country's need. For that purpose, so we will do that. And not only that, we introduce all good practices in higher education. There are very many good practices. I don't have time to go through all the details. So those things will be there. And at the same time, the final parameter is the output and the outcome. Here in the output, once they complete their programs, comprehensive exams are there, very rigorous way of giving the degree to our students. This is one of the reasons that some students, they don't want to come into PGIA, knowing that there is a serious screening process in order to award the degree. Not only that, thesis defense examinations are there, presentations are there, submission of projects and all these things are there. And therefore that we are in a better way of handling our activities. But I have a little concern in this output. The percentage complete the postgraduate here at the PGIA is up to the satisfactory level, around 55. I have checked with other institutes also, this is the average rate. Now we have to look at and see, to check our students and see those who have completed, what are the issues, what are the difficulties that they are not in a position to complete their studies. There are 300 postgraduate students at present, only 100 are active because the lack of funds for their research. So likewise, there are very many issues and reasons for all these outputs, but very that we are trying our best to correct all these things and at least to bring up 5% from the next year and onwards. So for that purpose, we have done certain amount of work in order to attract other donor agencies, other places, people who are here always contributing us, and we will have a good system in future. Well, time is running out. I don't want to go into much details over here. And finally, I would like to wish all the best for the presenters and also to congratulate our Congress coordinator and all the people who participated in activities, organizing activities to bring up to this stage. And not only that, I will, my main concern is may the 24th Annual Congress be a very successful event. Thank you very much.